Welcome to Tales from the Shed.
Hi, so this is Hope.
This is Alison Theaker.
And we decided to get together and have a conversation about various things that interest us about our work over the years with women, and we thought it would be interesting for you too.
So Alison's been working with women for how?
A long time.
30 years, 40 years?
Maybe something like that.
I know you don't look old enough.
I know,
but
I've had work done, yeah.
So Alison's been working with women for a long time, enabling them, helping them, supporting them, teaching them. Would that be the right way of doing it?
Yeah, and I think you're much more of a kind of, what I would say, in a whole raft of things to do with healing, hormones, discovering the kind of things that are kind of going on beneath the surface and getting people to get that out of the top so they can actually change their lives and actually do something about that.
So we've been friends for 15 years, and we realised in the last year or two that there's places where our work can kind of overlap in different ways. And by working together we bring different subsets, and we've had a few workshops where we work with women, and the feedback's been incredible. That we've done emotional work with them, counselling work with them, physical work with them,
coaching, creativity,
all sorts of different things. And it's worked really well. So now we want to take that one step further.
Yeah.
And we want to reach out a little bit into doing different workshops, doing different groups.
And doing it in a different way. And we're kind of starting here just to see and to get us talking about how that is going to work in practice. So you're going to be basically having a bit of an insight into our conversations about the work that we're going to be doing in the future. Because really we're just going to get together at irregular times and have a conversation about what are the things that are important, what are the things that are coming up, and what do we think could be helpful. And
so it could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be something as spurious and far out as the Flat Earth Society, right through to what's helping people hormonally today. So it could be good. Keep a check.
Yeah, and I think that what we've got today, and we see that in the way that we work together, what's happened is that I probably started very much from the outside in terms of I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, I'm a mentor, I'm very much from that kind of business world, I'm very much from that outside, how we look to the world, if you like, and I got much more interested in the internal world. So I've moved from the outside to the inside, and I'm much more interested now in how we develop creativity, in how we actually go back to who we were, how we discover who we are from inside. And I think the journey for you has been almost the opposite way.
It kind of is. I've years ago started working with women in, I can't think of the word, sorry, it's been up my head. Shelters, women in refuge, in refuge, people with addicts. And I work with people privately as a homeopath and as a counsellor, going through what is actually going on inside and how people disassociate their internal strength, health and confidence from what's going on outside of them. So by getting people to change from within and really find their confidence and really feel their core and feel centred, enables them to help change their external circumstances. So when people feel more enabled and together, they can leave terribly abusive relationships. They can find these things.
Yeah.
But another part of the work that I found really interesting is how much people suffer with their hormones and how much we have to keep them covered and how much they're affecting our day-to-day lives. So by giving people back the power and control, that they're not controlled by circumstances, it makes them feel really enabled. But a really interesting part of that is the menopause, which we've both been really massively connected to.
I know.
It's such an amazing thing.
I know, it is quite
and people always dread it, and it's associated with Crohn's and being old and decrepit. Whereas Alison was talking about creativity, and I think, and this is how we've kind of matched at this moment, is this creativity of coming into yourself is exactly what happens at menopause.
Yeah, and it is that combination, I think, from you. You almost started possibly with the physical symptoms, but how that was kind of caused by not just the kind of physical thing that was going on in your body, but other kind of things, how we make it up. And I've, come at it, and then you're kind of moving out to, let's kind of do that about, you know, how does that affect the external world? And I've been starting with the external world and going into the internal. So many things will come up over the period of Tales from the Shed, and we hope you'll find it interesting.
So what we thought we'd start with next time is the menopause, creativity, and how it can be the best time in your life.
Okay.